parents, my name is Melody Shuman, and I'm here at my school, On the Map Martial Arts in St. Petersburg, Florida. And if you're watching this video, this means that your school has now become a member of the SKILLZ program. Now what the SKILLZ program is, it's an innovative training concept. What we did is we took martial arts, different styles of martial arts, and we identified students' stages of development based on their age. And then we put together these complete programs that are going to help your children learn and grow physically, intellectually, emotionally, and socially through the martial arts program. So it's really cool and it's a very neat concept. So what I'm going to do really quickly is kind of explain to you how the SKILLZ program works. If you notice over here on the wall, we have 4 posters, and these explain all of our SKILLZ programs. Now our SKILLZ programs are divided into 4 age groups. We have the early SKILLZ program, which is first, and that is right here, and that is targeting the 3 and 4-year-old stages of development. Then we have our basic SKILLZ program, which is right here, and that targets our 5 and 6-year-old stage of development. Then we have our core SKILLZ program, which is right here, and that's targeting the 7 to 9-year-olds. And then, of course, we finish with the Extreme SKILLZ program, and that targets the 10 and 14-year-olds. Now, how the SKILLZ program works is what we did is we took the top 8 skills for each particular age group, and then we plugged in martial arts training into those 8 skills. So each class, your child is going to work on one of those 8 skills, and during that class, we're going to do a lot of variety of games and activities to help them improve upon that skill. Now, at the end of class, they have a skill stripe requirement that they have to meet. They'll test on this skill stripe requirement, and if they meet it successfully, then they'll earn this particular skill stripe. Their goal is to get all 8 skill stripes throughout the entire testing cycle, and if they do, that means that they're ready to test for their next rank. At that point, they will retry on those new skills, except for the testing requirements get a little bit harder as they progress through the program. So let me take you on a quick overview of how each program works with the skills. Starting with the early SKILLZ program, if you can see here, the 8 skills are kicking, punching, blocking, crawling, hopping, rolling, running, and catching. So each class, like I said, will work on one particular skill. So for example, on crawling day, all we're going to do are crawling activities, army crawls, bear crawls, crab crawls. What this is going to do is it's going to help stabilize the students' core muscles, which is an essential part of their martial arts training. You'll even notice that catching is a main skill that we work on. And on catching day, we're teaching them how to catch targets from various objects, from various directions and various types of objects. And that helps build really good hand-eye coordination and also spatial awareness, which is also very important in their martial arts training as well. Going on to the next program, which is our basic SKILLZ program. As I mentioned, it's for 5 and 6-year-olds. The skills are focus, teamwork, control, memory, balance, discipline, fitness, and coordination. Just like the early SKILLZ program, we work on 1 skill per class. At the end of the class, they have a testing requirement they must meet. If they do, they earn that skill stripe on their belt. Their goal is to earn all 8 skill stripes in order to be eligible to test. Just to give you a really quick example, which is really cool, for example, in balance class, all we do are really cool balance drills to help them build their good balance skills and abilities. Beginner level has to do 5 kicks without putting their foot down in order to get their balance stripe. Then when they get to the next level, they have to do 10, then 15, then 20, then 25, all the way through the program. So you can imagine after 9 belt levels, your child's balance is going to be awesome. And if you think about it, balance carries over not just in martial arts, but also to other everyday activities such as skateboarding, riding a bike, snowboarding, all those fun things. And then I take you over here to the core SKILLZ program. You'll notice that the skills are agility, technique, courage, flexibility, intensity, speed, perseverance, and concentration. My favorite skill out of this program is concentration. This is where they're going to learn how to memorize certain martial arts forms, but do it without being distracted on outside activities. As you can see, this will carry over to school and home as well. So it's a really good, complete program. And then finally, we have our Extreme SKILLZ program for our 10 to 14-year-olds. You'll notice that their skills are very extreme. They're working on dexterity, reaction, versatility, momentum, precision, instinct, strength, and vision. When we get to vision, vision is actually character development, how to see the bigger picture of how martial arts applies to their everyday life. So as you can see, the SKILLZ program is a complete program targeting each student's stage of development. It's very innovative, it's very structured. The system works so well that we're operating in over 500 schools in 25 countries. So I'm honored to have you as part of the SKILLZ Connect program. Thank you so much. Now we're on the main training area of Army Martial Arts, and what I wanted to do is take you through our belt system. So if you'll notice here, we have our early skills program, which as I mentioned is 3 and 4-year-olds. Then we have our basic skills program, which is for our 5 and 6-year-olds. We have our core skills program, which is 7 to 9-year-olds. And then of course we have our extreme skills program, which is 10 to 14-year-olds. If your child is in the 3 and 4-year-old program, you'll notice that they have their independent belt system. This is their belt system. They'll start at white belt and work their way all the way through to double orange, double yellow, double green, double purple, double blue, double brown, double red. Then they graduate when they reach double black. That way they get a really strong sense of how to apply each one of the skills before they move on to the next program. Now, just to kind of give you an overview, in each program, in each belt system, we also divide it by beginners, intermediates, and advanced. So the first 3 belt levels up here are going to be your beginner levels. The second 3 belt levels are considered your intermediates. And then the final 3 belt levels are considered your advanced. Now the reason why this is important is because when we cover curriculum, we will be dividing them into groups based on beginner, intermediate, and advanced for them to test for their skills. Now we have our basic skills program, which are 5 and 6-year-olds, and as you can see, we go through each one of the belt levels again, except for this time instead of having double stripes, they have single stripes on their belt. So the first 3 belt levels, from your white, orange, your white, yellow, are your beginners. Then your green, purple, and blue are your intermediates. And then of course you have your brown, red, and black. Those are your advanced belt levels. Then we'll take you over to the core skills program. You'll notice that the core skills program now starts to get into the solid stripe belt levels. The reason why we do this is because in the core skills program is really where you start to actually learn traditional martial arts curriculum in a solid format. So you go from white to beginner orange, which is the orange belt with the white stripe. Then you have your regular orange belt, and then your orange with the black stripe. Then to your yellow with the white stripe, solid yellow, yellow with black. Then you have your green with the white, and then green belt. The way this program is divided is the first 3 belt levels. The white, the orange white, and the orange belt are your beginners. Your orange black, yellow white, and yellow belt are intermediates. And then your yellow black, green white, and green are your advanced. And then finally we have the extreme skills program, which is right here on the end. First 3 belt levels, the white, orange, and yellow are your beginners. Then you have your green, purple, and blue, which are your intermediates. And then your advanced are the brown, red, and black. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of take you backwards on how the curriculum works, okay? So you'll notice that this program is progressive, so that by the time they graduate right here, they're ready to reach their black belt. But to give you an overview of how a student would transition from program to program, we'll start over here actually with the early skills program. So all of the beginner curriculum from the basic skills program, which is your white, your orange white, and your yellow white, are built into this curriculum here throughout a little bit more of a longer term training. So when they graduate from the double black, they bypass the beginner level of the basic skills program. So if your child is an early skills graduate, they do not go to the white, orange white, or yellow white. They actually go right into the intermediate level, which starts at the green white. Same concept over here. The beginner part of the core skills program is all built into the basic skills program. So when you graduate from black-white, you actually go in at the intermediate level, which is right here at your orange-black. Then when you graduate from this program, same concept, the extreme skills, the first 4 belt levels are actually built into this program. So when you graduate here, you bypass the first 4 belt levels and you go in at purple belt. So you can see as this program progresses, it gets a little bit more difficult, but all of these systems work together so that by the time you graduate from the extreme skills program, you have mastered the skills-based training concept. And that's what the skills program is all about.